Thank you to everyone who watched my college is a scam video. I've done other videos before discussing my thoughts on college and the student loan debt problem, the issues with jobs and living wages. And I just want to continue to make these videos so we can have more of a discussion and people can add their opinions to the platform, because I really think it's extremely vital that we have open-ended conversations and have a place where people can express their experiences and we can talk about solutions to the problems that we are facing, especially as late Gen Xers and millennials, and the Gen Zs, Now, when I talk about my issues with college, I'm not talking about it from a place of I hate college, I hate higher education. I'm all for higher education. I'm all for college and expanding your knowledge. Knowledge really is power. I truly and honestly believe that. I totally agree with that. However, you should not be going into massive student loan debt for a college degree. And you definitely shouldn't be going into massive student loan debt for a degree that never truly will be able to pay itself off. So many of us are getting college degrees and pursuing higher education, yet when we finally finish the program, or even if we don't finish the program, we come out into a job market that is stagnant with low wages, little to no benefits, no health insurance, no 401k, no pension. You're expected to work 40 plus hours a week, or you have to get a second or third job to supplement the income. You got to have side hustles. You shouldn't have to do all of that. You should be able to receive a living wage so you can take care of yourself and your family, so you can pay your bills and also have money in the bank to save or invest, and also for you to go and shop and buy things that you want from time to time. You shouldn't have to be pinching pennies and living paycheck to paycheck. None of us should have to do that. And also another thing that I want to say is, regardless of your education, regardless if you have a degree or not, you should receive a living wage. Because there's always this argument of, well, people who don't have college degrees, they shouldn't be making $15 an hour. When we're not making $15 an hour, we have college degrees. And I understand the anger and the animosity, but in my opinion, you're fighting the wrong battle. I don't care if the person doesn't have a degree or not. You deserve a living wage regardless of your education. Because let me tell you something. Back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, in the 50s, you had people who dropped out of high school who were able to work in factories, in manufacturing factories at General Motors, particularly here in Michigan, in Flint, Michigan, in Detroit, Michigan, in Saginaw, Michigan, in Pontiac, Michigan, in the state of Michigan. People could be high school dropouts, but still obtain a decent job at the factory so they could provide for themselves and their families. They were able to buy houses, create wealth, pay for their kids to go to college, and they were able to have the middle class lifestyle that many of us will never see because we don't have living wages. And the cost of living is skyrocketed on top of inflation. So that's why I make these videos, because it's like we deserve so much more. And I'm tired of people saying that we're entitled. No, it's called basic human rights. It's called, you don't screw people over. You don't hoard resources and then make it difficult for everyone else to live. We shouldn't have to fight for crumbs. And like I said in my other video, I did everything by the book. I went to school. I got good grades, honor roll, dean's list, 4.0s, straight A's. I volunteered. I paid it forward. I did internships, unpaid and one that was paid, but I did 2 unpaid internships. I worked for free all the time. I'm always giving back and in community. But I'm not saying that because I want a pat on the back. I'm just saying I've done my due. And many of us have done our due. Many of us have gone beyond the call of duty, helped others. We're very communal. We care about the world. We care about the environment. We care about the universe. care about people. And you know what? We deserve a living wage. We shouldn't be in massive student loan debt for pursuing an education, especially when it was forced upon us. Because when you really look at the Gen Xers and the millennials and the Gen Zs, our whole lives, we were literally told if we didn't go to college, we wouldn't be successful. That was drilled into a lot of our heads from the schools, the guiding counselors, the teachers, community members, parents, families, friends, peers. We were drilled into it and we believed it. And when a lot of us went, and here we are today, and we don't have nothing to show for it but pieces of paper, massive student loan debt, working dead-end jobs. We're not getting paid a living. We got to work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet, working well over 40 hours a week in some cases. Most cases, if you got to have a second and third job, okay, or you got to have a side hustle. Our health is deteriorating physically, mentally, financially. We're strapped. There's no way to live. So that's why I make these videos, and that's why I do the work that I do. Again, drop your perspectives, but let's try to listen to each other, hear each other out, and be respectful. And also, let's work on solutions.